Hi guys, my name is Mark and I just want to do another quick little video here. I'm going to be doing a lot of them because I want to talk about God's laws, the Creator's laws, okay? Call it what you want, doesn't really matter. But we're going to talk about the Father. Take the F out and have at her. So anyhow, we're gonna talk about divine law here because I'm tired of natural law and the laws of the jungle and all this crazy stuff, right? So anyhow, it goes like this. We're going to take a look here at a word. It's called judgment. I want you people to take a good look at this because judge not lest ye be judged. Now there's a few meanings to this, but the meaning we're going to concentrate on here is like this, okay? When you judge people, so now that we know we're talking about judgment here, we'll just get rid of this. And actually, you know what? Maybe we'll put that back just right there. So judgment. Okay. Would you like to be judgmental? Again, we have a few words here. Would you like to be mental? Would you like to be a judge? Would you like to be judgmental? So obviously, mental means of the mind. Okay, when you start looking up etymology and all this stuff. But anyhow, I don't care about that stuff. The bottom line is, so if you want to be mental to be the judge, well, you go right ahead because that's exactly what you're going to get. You're going to live in a world of being mental. So now what we have, when you judge somebody, okay, we'll say this is you. This is you. When you judge somebody, you're doing a disservice to all parties involved here, and it's going to go like this. When you judge somebody and you go, oh, that person is better than me, and stuff like that, then what you're doing is you're putting another person above you, which is a disservice to you, to place anybody or anything above you except for the Creator, okay? So now when you put somebody below you and you start criticizing them and stuff like that, so basically if you want to be like somebody, you're making a judgment of them that they are better than you, and what you've did, or if you're judging somebody and you're going, oh, this guy's an asshole and blah 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 and I don't like them and I hate them, what you're doing is now you're either putting people on a pedestal above you, or you're putting people on a pedestal, putting yourself on a pedestal above them. So you're putting these people below you. And what actually happens is you're doing a disservice to this person by putting them on a pedestal above you, like, oh, they're better than me, or this guy's an asshole, and you're putting them on a pedestal which is lower than you. And to put yourself on a pedestal either higher or lower than somebody is a disservice. Now, I'll tell you why it's a disservice, because it's a disservice to you for judging somebody. So for you to judge somebody, that's a disservice right there to yourself. That's a disservice to put somebody on a pedestal above you. That's a disservice to them. And it's also a disservice to put somebody on a pedestal below you. Not only is that a disservice to this person, look at the words, dis. I'm just going to add another S here, service, okay? So, dis, maybe you look at words like dis, respect. See where we're going with this, people? Okay, so the bottom line is, now you're making a disservice to yourself, you're disrespecting yourself, and as well, now you're placing somebody on a pedestal above you or a pedestal below you. That's not only a disservice to yourself, that's a disservice to this person, that's a disservice to this person, and not only is that a disservice to all three parties now that's a disservice to the Creator. See where I'm going with this, people? That's 4 strikes against you. See where I'm going with this, people? So the bottom line is, yes, we can look at things and we can go, okay, well, you know, it's either true or it's not true or whatever, and then that's different. You're not necessarily placing a judgment, you're just looking at the facts. And when you can look at the facts without placing a judgment, like a simple fact, say going to war and killing people is not good, that's not necessarily making a judgment. That's just looking at the facts. You have 2 words here. You have fact and then you have acts. So you have 2 words. And the bottom line is, when you look at the facts, like say for example, if somebody does me wrong, I'm not judging them anymore. I'm just looking at the facts or the acts of these people, because actions, again, actions act, I, and on. So obviously there's an act here, and if something is done with an act, maybe that's a fact that something's been done, okay? So the bottom line is actions speak louder than words. Talk is cheap, silence is golden. But when you can look at the facts, like say somebody's blatantly saying, oh, well, you're an idiot, you're a dummy, blah, blah, blah. They're doing the pedestal thing again of somebody's either above them or below them. And you can see that they will never truly be happy, right? They won't be happy in that world. But when you can look at the facts without any judgment whatsoever and just say, okay, well, this person did me wrong by punching me in the face. Well, when you can look at the fact that they did you wrong and not judge them and still send them love, then there is not an ounce of judgment in that. And in fact, you're showing empathy and compassion. So I just want to relay this to you people, okay? Stop with the judgments, hence judge not lest ye be judged. Now there's a few different meanings there again, but you can see what's going on. So when you start judging all these people, you're doing a disservice to that person, you're doing a disservice to yourself, you're doing a disservice to this person, you're doing a disservice to this person below you. And X is a blemish, and that means bad. That's why when you break up with somebody, they're called your ex. They've been X'd out, okay? So it's just that simple. So I'm going to leave it at this. Now you know what judgment is about. And when you judge somebody, you are actually judging yourself, and you are being very unloving to yourself, okay? It's a very unloving action, okay? So I'm going to leave it at that. I send everybody much peace, love, respect always. Till then, keep your heads up, your sticks on the ice. Cheers. Bye. Namaste.